Welcome back to Prey. I'm pretty convinced that there are too many loose ends right now for activating the null-wave device to be the end of the game. There has to be more after that. Whether it locks me out of any of the other options, I'm not sure. I feel like at the very maybe these are cross compatible. So maybe you can self-destruct but still escape on the shuttle, and or scan the coral and broadcast on it and still escape on the shuttle. I'm going to assume that these are just, if you do not have, I was about to cover up my screen like you could see what that was. If you ignore these optional options and you didn't do any of the stuff to get this far, then these would be your only two options. You either scan it and die, or you blow it up and die. I'm guessing. I think these are separate options that after you do one or the other, you can potentially escape in one of these two manners. That's my latest interpretation. I don't actually know. We're going to... I think what we're going to do is try to activate the null wave device and see what it locks us in or out of. And hope that it's not too much. Wait, what? Am I forgetting something? Why is this the way in here? Oh, I do vaguely remember the catwalk here, and there being a lot of enemies.
Ensure her objectives would meet with success, and that yours would fail.
Mine? There's no difference between what I want and what Morgan wants. Not the real Morgan.
The idea of a real Morgan is fiction.
There's got to be an override.
Please step away from the terminal. You've left me no choice.
What? Uh-oh. What did you just do? January?
I'm sorry, Morgan. I didn't want to harm your brother. The directives you gave me require I do everything in my power to ensure you destroy
Get out of the
Talos
way.
1 and all the Typhon. Detonating the station safeguards the Earth, and perhaps provides a small measure of reparation. You know how neuromods are made. The demand will only increase. In the future Alex envisions, many will die for the benefit of a privileged few. I won't relinquish control of the terminal. If you want to activate the null wave, you'll have to kill me.
Reserve your seat by emailing Dr. Dalton.
Okay. We're going to quick save. Then I'm going to back up until we load this the previous location, because I want to know if I can load in before they have their argument. Can we still talk to him, or does she zap him outright before we can do anything? What happens if I kill January?
What the hell have you done?
I've simply acted on Morgan's order. Morgan,
Your operators locked me out of the comm terminal. We need to link up to the...
Hold on. We're going to do this again because now we're in sort of a semi-cutscene. Okay. Load. I'm going to back up just so I can hear them, but not so that I trigger the thing.
What the hell have you done?
I've simply acted on Morgan's orders.
Nonsense. You're a machine. No conceived one. Morgan would never... You tricked her. Who programmed you?
I represent the desires of Morgan Yu, circa January 12th, 2035.
Yeah.
Your sister created me to ensure her objectives would meet with success, and that yours would fail.
Mine? There's no difference between what I want and what Morgan wants. Not the real Morgan.
The idea of a real Morgan is fiction.
There's got to be an override.
Morgan,
Your operator
she
is
puts
locked
her
behind the
her
comm terminal.
little things
We
away.
need to link up to the null wave device if we're gonna get that signal off before it's too late.
Consider the risk. Alex's plan, if it works, is only a short-term solution. None of us has the right to endanger every life on Earth.
If anyone's playing God here, it's you. Your lunatic plan denies everyone a birthright to the stars.
Okay,
You
you're
know
a
how
little
neuromods
insane
are
there.
made. The demand will only increase. In the future Alex envisions, many will die for the benefit of a privileged few.
I'm not arguing with a glorified desktop. Kill it, Morgan.
Sorry, Morgan. I won't relinquish control of the terminal. You'll have to destroy me. Which means you'll be destroying yourself.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Now what do you say for yourself? Okay, I don't know if I want him to be unconscious or not, because I feel like I want to hear... What happens if I try... Okay.
Good evening,
So I can't
Towers.
do anything
I work
without
for our
taking her
security
out.
Chief, Ms. Alazar. To protect your coworkers' privacy,
Why do you have a petri
security
dish
terminals
sample,
are
Alex?
reserved for authorized
Why?
uses
Why is that
only.
what's in your
If
pocket?
you're not wearing a blue uniform, you're probably not authorized.
Okay, we're gonna load again. And interrupt them before she can zap him, because I do sort of want to hear his take. Not that I agree with it, but it's important to me to know, have everything on the table and be able to hear him as he
What
follows
the
up.
hell have you done?
I simply acted on Morgan's orders.
Nonsense. You're a machine. An ill-conceived one. Morgan would never.
Morgan,
Your operators locked me out of the comm terminal. We need to link up to the null wave device if we're gonna get that signal off before it's too late.
consider the risk. Alex's plan, if it works, is only a short-term solution. None of us has the right to endanger every life on Earth.
If anyone's
I think
playing
it's
God
too late
here,
for
it's
that
you.
part.
Your lunatic plan denies everyone a birthright to the stars.
And you're
You know how neuromods are made.
fucked
The
up,
demand
Alex.
will only increase. In the future Alex envisions, many will die for the benefit of a privileged few.
I'm not arguing with a glorified desktop. Kill it, Morgan.
Sorry, Morgan. I won't relinquish control of the terminal.
Of course I
You'll have
can't
to
save.
destroy me. Which means you'll be destroying yourself.
What is that supposed to mean? When I destroyed... Huh. Was that it? You got nothing to say? Really? Didn't I get a key card off of January when I destroyed her before? Oh. Well, this looks like an ending.
What is a neuromod? Well, it's both an easy answer and a complicated one at the same time.
The volume is very low. It's Alex talking.
More importantly, our past today. This is the work TranStar does. Every employee working together. It's immortality. And it is beautiful.
I did not think this is what that was going to result in. Is that the ending? It's just that's the like commercialized ending where I side with... Are you kidding? No, no, no. Now entering a hidden location. What? Oh, all right. Well, I guess we'll listen. Oh, the number was different though on the other one. What?
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, and nothing mattered.
Those are not my
You're
hands.
assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise, and later it recovered the Leitner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It's remarkable that it never installed a single Typhon-based neuromod. In my view, this demonstrates a strong identification with us, but its most surprising act was sparing Da. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos 1.
Okay, so they're implying it did work.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? It also found my father's records. And then, I did not expect this, but it let me listen to them. Despite the self-incriminating content, it was willing to make itself vulnerable. Then, there was a man in psychotronics, Ingram. Things did not end well for him. But
Would you let it live?
Ingram in psychotronics?
yes,
Sarah, you're next.
the situation in the cargo
Hold
bay
on, was
bad.
Ingram the guy
None
in
of
the
us would have
medical
survived without
bay?
its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dar's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
It never saw me, and it never ran into Volunteer 37. Hard to say what it would have done. There were a lot of
Volunteer
humans controlled by the
37.
Typhon that it could have harmed. Seems like it went out of its way to avoid that. I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, it chose to activate the null-wave device. Why? To preserve the Typhon technology? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we have to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something.
This is a lot to take
What you
in. It's not
experienced
like
was a
shocking,
reconstruction based
but
on Morgan's memories. This is the world today. We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us.
I mean, how many humans
Take
are
my
actually
hand
still
if you do.
alive? What the fuck? What the fuck? What kind of choice is this? How is this a choice a game would get? This is insulting. This is the Deus Ex Human Revolution ending. This sucks. Wow. I'm genuinely insulted by this.
We're gonna shake things up. Like old times.
Wow. Okay. So I get it. Is that the ending for every, like, is the answer always that Morgan doesn't exist, or that this version of Morgan is completely synthesized and or okay, so what happens if I let her knock him out and then do it anyway? I just like I'm fucking kill them all. What an answer. So is that it's the same ending? All right, we'll just watch this for a second while I think this over. Okay, so the implication, at least in this version of my story. Oh, is that the shuttle escaping? So the implication being that this entire thing is a simulation, or it's a simulation of what happened, or a version of what could have happened. So this event did actually happen, and they fucked up the Earth, and now Alex is trying to... He's either completely concocted Morgan in order to have a character to play, or had an actual sister called Morgan who then didn't survive. So... Hold on. Okay, we're going to take a breather for a second. So this did happen in some respect, in some form. So it does actually is a fascinating thing in terms of narratively speaking, allowing multiple timelines to be valid, because they're validating by saying, you know, that it's a simulation in order to determine whether things can be, whether it's a hopeful future or not. What the hell? Oh. All right, I'm looking at the achievements here for a second, because I just got achievements for this. So I got the Do No Harm achievement for completing the game without killing any humans, and I completed the game the most empathetic way possible. Got it. Okay. Fascinating. I don't know how common that is. Okay. I'm assuming this is not going to be any different. Okay, so let's load back to the save before we move this direction, because I'm curious what else goes on. I would not necessarily say this is the most empathetic. The most empathetic is we ignore Alex and we go down to the shuttle bay and escape with everyone and hope for the best outside of that. Or just blow the place up. I'm kind of tempted to record a bunch of the other available endings to me just to see what happens, and to see how different our ending is, or what the ending number is. I don't know how many endings there are now, because I think 3.1 was the one we saw when we tried to escape in the escape pod, and 3.5 is this one. Huh. I wonder what the major and minor version means too. I wonder if the major version is like the empathy level, and then the 5 is, or the minor version is what choice you finally make at the end, or something like that. Yeah, I think we're gonna go check it out. If anybody just wants to stop here, I can understand, but I'm gonna record some more. Because I would do it for myself anyway, so I might as well record it. I'll see you guys for that next time.